Good morning, Unity. I don't know about you, but I sure had a hard time sleeping last night. That wind was howling, and Jules and I were just saying, thank God it wasn't snowing because this would have been a blizzard. So I want to first let you know that we have John and Jorge in the sanctuary with us this morning, which is such a pleasure. So any of you that feel comfortable, you're welcome to stop in the morning and do service with us, certainly. But for all of you that are home in live stream land, good morning to you as well. And so I would ask you all to turn off your cell phones, even if you're at home, because you can't listen to me and listen to your cell phone at the same time. So let's do that for all of us. And our vision and mission here at Unity Spiritual Center is a spiritual community of love, peace, and acceptance, creating an inclusive spiritual community through fellowship, service, and community outreach. And our daily word for today is divine order. And I ask you to listen to the words because this is a very interesting week that we are going to go through with election day being right around the corner. And I believe that there is a divine order, and I believe if we can all take that in and understand it and let this week flow as it should. So Daily Word says divine order is active in my life. The more that I am aware of God in the midst of my life, the more easily I recognize the presence of divine order through all things. Affirming divine order. Notice the word affirming. Unity prayer is all about affirming. Affirming divine order makes it easier for me to let go and trust. And that's what I'm asking you to do this week. Trust the unfolding in a way that prospers and blesses. And at times during this week, you may feel impatient and wonder why your prayers weren't answered. Well, when I find myself in that place, I remember other times in my life when it actually worked out in the best possible way over time. So if you don't get the answers that you want on election day, just be patient, be kind, be gentle with each other and yourself. And again, right from Daily Word, I trust divine order as an affirmation that I live in a supportive and benevolent universe. I accept the grace of this order and have faith that my life is deeply blessed in all ways. And from Ecclesiastics, for everything there is a season and a time for every matter under the heavens. So for those of you that have Daily Word at home or can pick it up online, I'm actually reading from Friday, December 11th. I went through this morning and read half of Daily Word to find the perfect message for you today. So I would ask you to find that and perhaps read it a few times this week. So now I would like to ask Jules if she would come forth and light the Christ candles and then the candles for flames of faith.
I light the Christ candle to remind us of the life within each of us. It's the power by which we live and move and have our being.
In the flames of faith, we perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of light, which acknowledges that all people and all faiths, all sentient beings, come from one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the underlying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. So as Jules lights the first candle, we light a candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony, equilibrium, the natural way. We light a candle for the shamanic tradition, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light a candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light a candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light a candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light a candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. And we light a candle for all those who are yet unaware of the power and the presence of Spirit in their lives, and for the place that we are holding for them in this center, and for all religions unnamed in this ceremony this morning. Thank you, Jules. So, Principles of Living, the Ideal Made Real. This is week 2 in a series of 3. And as I said last week, our journey is eternity. Eternity is now. So now is where we begin. And last week, if you remember, I spoke about something that really resonates within our being, and it moves us so deeply that we begin to embody a definite change of perspectives about our beliefs. And I said that we needed to follow not rules on how to make these changes, but rather we feel the changes. We feel something moving within us, and we follow the feelings. And even though that there are really no rules, there are general guidelines essential for good living. So before anyone can really reach that upper story of their life, that the general principles of good living need to be second nature, and these principles apply to all humankind. You know, in the song from Sound of Music, Julie Andrews sings, let's start at the very beginning, a very good place to start. Yes, I'll stop now. So, yes, but it's a proper beginning that we realize that a sound foundation is built and all life flows, and needless waste of time and energy can be avoided. And greatness and goodness can be achieved so much faster if we go back and build that foundation. So I ask you today and this week to think about, what is the foundation that you're standing on? When you walk through the door of your home, ask yourself this question: are you standing on holy, sacred ground? Have you built a foundation so strong within your home and within the walls of your home that it's a foundation built on love, spirit, and God? Good questions to ponder. So we cannot give expression to all the power within us until we recognize and awaken our spiritual nature. We have to understand we're spirit. That, 1,000 times I'm going to say it: heal the separation, heal your life. We are not separate from God. It says in the Bible somewhere, I put their, and I'm paraphrasing, I put their goodness within, in their innards. I think it was in Genesis, it's in the innards. God put all of our goodness, all of the spirit, all of the love, all of the answers inside. We are walking spirit. So if you truly, truly want to live with the infinite, to have an ideal life, and to grow and prosper in all areas of your life, then you really must consider placing yourself in the hands of spirit. It's sort of like If you're going to dance with God, who gets to lead? God, right? We want to lead. We want to lead. You know, when I'm with a good dancer, the dancer can lead, but when I'm with a dancer that's not so good, my automatic control, I don't have any control issues, my automatic control issues come out and I want to lead. So when we're with God, it's show me, guide me, direct me, let me hear your voice. We can't hear that voice until we're quiet enough to hear the silence, because the voice is in the silence. The thing that people don't like about this teaching, unity, new thought, religious science, centers of spiritual living, what they don't like is that your life is in your own hands. Oh, damn. You're the master of your existence. Ugh. I don't want to hear that, but that's the truth. That is the truth in these hands. So I say to you, handle your life gently and allow that true master to emerge up and out. So then, what are the basic essentials of good living? Where do we begin? Number one, learn to be still. Learn to be still. According to Larson, as the author of The Ideal Made Real, which is the series that I'm working with, all laws of growth require order, harmony, and stillness. So in a stillness, that's what affords you the luxury of general self-control, when you can get to that place of quiet. You know, yesterday I worked a lot at home on this talk and homework for a class I'm doing. And then I was getting a little tired and I decided to, just space out for a while. And I have a really busy week next week, so forget it. I mean, it was just whirling in and whirling out and whirling in and whirling out. And I was like, focus, be still, let go, let God. God is all there is, God is all there is. And so finally, I heard music. So I went and put on a meditative tape, listen to me, cassette, no, how about a CD? That's it. So I went to do that, and at least then, when your mind can't get still, find something that will bring you to the stillness. At least it stops the monkey mind from chattering so much. So in this realm then of peacefulness, you create an environment of receptivity. And that's what I did. I was not able to let my body let go. I was not able to let my mind let go. So what I did is I created an environment around me of receptivity. And that was the music. That was the healing music. It was a chant, and I don't even know, I vaguely know what the words mean, and it just goes on, and it goes up an octave, and drops back down again, and it's beautiful and it's peaceful. So one of the things, though, that I like about Larson is he's adamant about not trying too hard. And that's what we do. So you hear this talk and you go, okay, so I'm going to meditate. And as soon as I meditate, I'm going to be still. And when I'm still, God's going to speak to me. Okay, I'm meditating. Monkey mind. You can't try that hard. It doesn't work. I can tell you that from experience. Don't try hard to be at peace or to be still. Let it emerge from within you. Just be. Just be and let go and never be anxious. Am I doing it right? There is no right or wrong. There just is. There just is in this moment all there is right now. That's all. There just is. It's more about exercising general control or direction over your life. And the best thing that I know to do is get up earlier than you get up so that your mind hasn't had time to be filled with all of that stuff, and go immediately into meditation or journaling or prayer before coffee. Before coffee. See, your outward reach for spiritual culminates in the greatest of all possible discoveries when you find life at the center of your being. And then that flows up from within you and radiates out into the universe. Think about this. Can you imagine allowing your body and mind to free fall into complete relaxation? Just wow. Wow. Making no effort to relax. Simply let go. Close your eyes for a minute. Those of you who are home, and you three that are here with me, close your eyes for a moment, if you will. And imagine gently free falling into eternal relaxation and stillness. No effort, no trying. Do not move a muscle. Breathe in peace. And imagine you are in a crystal sea of beautiful, calm spirit. Now, very gently and slowly, come back to this room or to me, wherever you are. How does that feel? Jules is shaking her head, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How does that feel? Everyone's saying, yeah. Just free falling. Just free falling. And you can train yourself to come into this feeling anytime you need to, holding yourself free from anxiety and madness and moving into the direction of your intentions by gently, gently, gently ordering all your actions to be in harmony with your being. This is the peace that passes all understanding. See, we live in this one body. This is where we live. Our heart and soul and mind are in this one body, in this one mind and through all. And it's in accord with divine harmony and perfection. Okay, so number one was be still. Number two, rejoice and be glad. Being happy, being cheerful is soul food. Do you agree with me on that? When you're happy, it's just like, whoa, yay. Every part of your mind and body and soul is infused with new life and you're happy. What the sun does for vegetation, cheerfulness does for your mind. And the challenge is this: no matter what comes, be happy anyway. Live with the understanding that all things are happening for a reason. This is the week to understand all things are happening for a reason. And I'm talking about everything that's going on, not just the election, but all things are happening for a reason. COVID is making us rethink our whole lives, everything that's important to us. We're moving from materialistic into spirituality at the deepest ends that we've ever been in our life. We don't know what's going to happen with our election, but whatever thing happens, all things are happening for a reason. And you can cause a change in the direction of what is happening by your attitude and thoughts about them. So there's always a brighter side. There always, you just need to turn up the lights. It's so interesting because I can't be in the dark, so I have lights on in my house all the time. It's a thing with me. Story not important, but last night for some reason I was dreaming and I was in this place and all the blinds were shut and tight, and I was like, Where's the light? Why don't you want the light? I have no idea who I was talking to. But we have to open up the blinds, open up the drapes, open up the windows. And I have people who live across from me, and sometimes they're there or not. And I run out in my pajamas and run back and forth, and I don't care. What's the difference if I have on pajamas or a bikini? A lot. The pajamas look better. But anyhow, there's a brighter side. That's what I'm trying. We have to laugh. We have to laugh because it's not Pollyanna. It's the reality. It's the truth. If you look at the brighter side, didn't your energy just go up because we were laughing? All three of the four of us were laughing. So your energy goes up right away. And that's how easy it is. That level automatically becomes higher and you see clearly. I can see clearly now. And refuse to get stuck in everybody's drama. This is going to be a week of drama. Please don't get stuck in it. My spiritual loving friends out there, my 3 friends in here, it's their drama. It's the world's drama. It's not your drama. Do what you need to do. Vote if you haven't. And that's it. That's it. Go to the first cause. Go to God and know that Spirit has an answer. And this may seem difficult, and sometimes it is, or impossible at first. But when you continually align yourself with your ideal life, what is my ideal life? How do I feel about that? How do I move into that? How do I stay there? So the question is, Spirit, what do you want me to see here? What do you want me to know? If you get stuck, that's the question, not the drama. You're not going to get into the family drama, friends. You're not going to lose your best friends over the election. You're going to say, Spirit, what do you want me to see here? What do you want me to know? And allow yourself to go back to center, center, center. First cause, God. The value of rejoice and be glad is so great because joy and cheerfulness will increase your power and your energy. And a sheer insurance of your absolute faith in your higher power. It brings you to the upper story, and the upper story is your higher self. The upper story is your soul speaking out. Remember I said a little while ago, do not try to force yourself to be happy. Just be happy. So if you get up and say, well, I have to be happy today, well, then you're forcing yourself to be happy. But if you do what I do, which is kind of crazy, I say, good morning, God, it's me, Aubrey, I'm here. And I say, good morning, Kitty. And did you say your prayers this morning, Kitty? Yeah, to know me is to love me. What could I tell you? But I do, because when I don't do that, it starts my day in a different thing. So, and I tell my kitty at night, don't forget to say your prayers too. So allow your soul to feel music and harmony of life. Oh my God. Prayer, and when we get back together, I'm going to play the Barbara Streisand and Joel's, and This Is My Prayer. But that song, those words, and it was part of our class, that the depth of that music. Go to something like that and see and feel the beauty that is all around us. I listened to that song, it was for last week, and it vibrates within your heart and soul. Everything opens up inside. And it doesn't matter what the words were other than, this is my prayer. This is my prayer. And when you can attune yourself with something that's not words, to the beautifulness of unimaginable music, you're at that place of stillness. So allow your soul to feel the music and harmony of life. Because here's the thing, guys. You can't afford to worry and be stressful, because you're going to go to an early grave. And I don't want to have to do your memorial services. I want to go out and be with you and laugh and enjoy life with you instead. So, number 3, love everybody and be kind. Oh, that's easy, right? It's simple. If you give your best will come back to you. It's when you can understand everybody has the right to be here. When you can really grasp that. So I don't have to invite you to lunch, but I have to bless your right to be here. And I have to respect you in what you are. And if there's a vibe that comes from someone that isn't good for you, it is okay for you to say to yourself, I bless you, I let you go, and to walk away. That's all that you have to do. Not everybody is going to be your best friend, and not everybody's going to like you. Now that blows me away, because I think I'm likable. But there are people who don't like me, and I know you're not listening, because if you're listening, you do like me. But what I've learned in that is the truth that we don't want to know. The people that don't like me see something in me that they don't like in themselves. But the same is true for me. If I don't like you, there's something in you that reminds me of me. So be aware of these teachers in your life who show up to show you you need to learn a little more about life, a little bit more. So focus on good, focus on love. And you know, like in the South, they go, oh, bless your soul. You know that? Bless their little heart. Well, that's what we can do. Oh, bless your little heart, and walk away. Okay, because you know what they're really saying in the South.
Mm-hmm.
So letting go of thoughts of failure, disappointments, let them go. Let them go back to the nothingness from which they came. This too shall come to pass. It all comes, and that's how it is. This too shall come to pass. Not this too shall come to pass. This too shall come to pass. It will pass. It will pass. I once read on a fortune cookie, I have it stuck in a drawer, and I was cleaning out a drawer on my desk and I found it. And it said, when you are in judgment, there's no room for love. No room for love when you're in judgment. This not only applies to others, but to you too. So finding fault never pays. You know, if I'm pointing at you, I have 3 fingers pointing back at me. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I love you. It's not that to me. So think about this. Being good, kind, and loving is the royal path to happiness, health, and peace of mind. Think about that. We're on a royal path. Does that just like change the whole perspective of this journey? We're on a royal path. Jules, you're on a royal path to happiness, health, peace of mind, longevity. A royal path. What kind of image does a royal path conjure up for you? For me, it makes my head go higher, because then I can be 5 foot and 1/32 of an inch tall. And my shoulders go back, I stand brighter, higher. I want hats like Queen Elizabeth, though. Royal path. So the greed of the life of abundance, all fronts will come. And as you give your best to all your purpose, then it will all come back to you. And the greatest power in the world is love, total love. Total love and gratitude. Love and gratitude, love and gratitude. It's impossible not to feel a sense of pride and gratitude when we reach out to others. It lifts our spirit and pours new energy into every fiber of our being. It's a scientific fact. It's science. To live on purpose, live a life within the ideals. What are your core values? All through the last series and this series, I've asked you, what are your core values? How many of you have actually sat down and wrote out your core values? How do you live your ideal life if you don't know your core values? So I don't so much pray when I go to sleep at night. What I do is go through the day and say, what did I do today? How did that work out? And each thing, does it apply to my values in life? And most of the time, it's pretty close. And sometimes I'm off. And when I'm off, I just say, okay, tomorrow has to be a better day. Because no one's perfect. We are perfectly, wonderfully imperfect, and that's fine. So plan to live this way. Plan it. From this moment on, place your mind in which is good and watch the laws of the universe show up and put you in the right direction for your life. I have a hunch where mine's going, and I like it. It's wholly joyous. So, and this is the path, the royal path to a life beautiful. So, go with me now to that inner sanctum, to the secret place of the whole mind and soul and body, the temple of God within. Relaxing, releasing, breathing in, breathing out, clearing and calming. And when it is comfortable, close your eyes. Very gently, look at your life right now. No judgment. Just peek in. Is there something you do not like? And just take a breath in and imagine a different picture. What does that picture show you? Look with your third eye. Allow spirit to create this picture with you. How do you feel with this new picture in front of you? Does it bring you joy? Happiness? Peace? Affirm this is your new reality. Begin to create the next picture. Showing the next steps. Always listening to your inner voice. And once again, go with me as you imagine allowing your body and mind to free fall into that complete relaxation. Making no effort to relax, just being willing to let go. Spirit will show you a bigger and a holy, joyous version of yourself. Accept it. Embrace it. And make it yours. And imagine gently free falling into eternal relaxation and stillness. Do not move a muscle. Breathe in. Breathe in peace. And imagine, once again, you are in a crystal sea of the beautiful calm of spirit. And when you are ready, very gently and slowly, come back to the environment you were in. Welcome back. Welcome back. And once again, as always, I thank all of you that are mailing in checks to keep our doors open and to support this, our vision and our mission and this ministry. So thank you so very much. And we'll just say our offertory prayer. The love of God inspires me to give in a spirit of generosity. I give with the love and joy to ensure the growth of this ministry and this Unity Center. And darn, I wish we were all here today. We have so many November birthdays, so I'm just going to read them for you. Happy birthday, Jill Hogue, Rose Braun, Marianne Kloiber, Kay Carlson, Brenda Schreiber, Veronique Brittle, Renee Makuda, and John Knowles. And happy birthday to all our friends. And I think we're just going to have this big heck of a party and just have a January cake, a February cake, a March cake. And we'll just go blitzing cake out and have the biggest party, and we'll invite the whole neighborhood. We'll send out invitations. So happy birthday to all our friends, and we miss you and hope to see all of you soon. And just a reminder that the Men's Fellowship and the Women's Circle Are Friends is closed until further notice. Dave Pauly and Diane Pauly will get back to you as soon as we feel it's safe to open our doors. Right now, we are planning on reopening on the 15th, but we have a board meeting on the 24th, and that doesn't work. We'll have to do a board consensus and talk about that. However, the doors are open at 10 o'clock, and we are here doing service. So any of you feel comfortable, we have 2 people with us today. We had 4 last week. Well, we had the board here, but we also had Rodney and Ed with us. So if you're comfortable, the chairs are 12 feet apart from each other, and if you have a mask, you're more than welcome to join us. It sure makes it easier for me doing service when I have some smiling faces, although I can't see them smile, but I know their eyes are twinkling, so it works for me. Congratulations to our new board members, Carrie Smith, Dirk Schreiber, and Susan Kelton. And your new board of trustees is Sandy Alexander is the president, Susan Kilton, vice president, Tom Kloiber, secretary, David Pauly, treasurer, Dirk Schreiber, and Carrie Smith are trustees. So thank you to all of the board for the new people for stepping up, and for those that are still on the board for continuing your wonderful service. Help needed. Doris Ormson is in a care facility, and she is adamant that she wants a computer so that she can watch live stream on Sunday. So if anyone has a computer laying out that they would like to donate for Doris, please contact myself or Jules. And let's see, volunteers are needed for the Salvation Army to ring bells. 2 shifts available across Sheboygan County. So if anybody has the need to do the ring bell thing, do that. I liked it better when they were all in Santa Claus costumes personally, but things change. So, all right. So anything from the peanut gallery here? Anything anyone would like to share? I would like to offer condolences to Jules and her family. Her aunt passed away this week, and it's her mother's sister, and Jules is very close to her aunt. So our love and prayers and condolences to you, Jules. And our prayer of protection. And say it with me. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. And wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And once again, as we go into that place of spirit, the beautiful intelligence of the universe, we move through this week in peace, in grace, in harmony, respect, and an understanding that each person that lives in this beautiful United States of America is here because we have a democracy. And each person here has the right, the honor, and the privilege to vote as he and she sees fit. So therefore, this week, I challenge each and every one that can hear my voice to remember who and what we are. To remember that this is divine order and that we don't attack. We only love. We understand. And we accept that there is a divine order in this universe, and that divine order is working for each and every one of us right here and right now, and for our government. So knowing that the Holy Spirit is in, through, and within all, I know that each one goes through this week in acceptance and with an open heart and open at the top and in peace, and remains loving their neighbor as themselves. So I just released this prayer to the universal intelligence, knowing that it was done before these words were ever spoken. And I know it is so because it can be no other way. And together we say, wherever we are, and so it is. Amen.
It is done.
And thank you. And to all our live stream viewers, have a wonderful week, and we will see you next Sunday for another. Well, Jules says it's going to be an awesome service. Thank you, Jules. Bye for now. Blessings.